In this video, I'll be sharing with you 4 vitally important things, above all else, that you need to know to set you up for success in network marketing. This is exactly how I went from being a total rookie, living in despair, completely broke, to becoming a top 10 earner and completely changing our lives. My name is Pete Rea. I'm a passionate network marketer, and I love helping people to change their lives in this incredible industry. Problem is, more people get it wrong than actually get it right. And of course, they become disheartened, they get frustrated, and they end up giving up on their dreams and their aspirations. But in this video, what I'll be sharing with you will be priceless because it comes from years of experience. So please make sure you stay right to the end because your success depends on it. So back in the year 2000, my life was a complete mess. We were struggling to be able to meet our financial obligations. We were deep in debt. I was even buying my children's Christmas presents from car boot sales. I'd been taken to court for £28 for non-payment of a telephone bill, and I'd even been served a repossession order on my council house. You know, these were very, very difficult and challenging times for us. Maybe you can relate to something similar, but you know, our current circumstances are not our final destination. Around this time, a friend invited me to take a look at a network marketing opportunity. Now, I'd never heard of network marketing before, and he invited me to attend an event. My wife and I, we went along, and we got to sit in a room with thousands upon thousands of excited people. And we heard stories about people who'd gotten out of debt and people who changed their lives and people who'd gone on to become like top earners and were now living a life of abundance. And I remember turning to my wife and kind of asking the question, do you think we could do this? Could we change our lives? Could we go on to become top earners? You know, these were the type of questions that we were pondering. And I remember we had the weight of the world on our shoulders at the time because of our current circumstances. And of course, the reality was that if others can do it, then why not us? So fast forwarding you on, you know, a few years and cutting a long story short, we did. We went on to become top 10 earners in the company that we were with. We went on to completely change our lives. We got to, you know, build our dream home. We got to buy the nice things, the cars, the holidays, and to be able to provide for our family in a way that we could only have dreamed of. Of course, it wasn't easy, but it was worth it. I mean, I made just about every mistake in the book, but from that learning comes great experience. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to make all of the mistakes yourself. You can learn from other people's mistakes. You can learn from my mistakes. And what that can do is it can shave years off your learning curve, and it can speed up the process and accelerate your success. So now that I've set the scene, established some credibility, now let's dive into the detail. So success fundamental number 1 is knowing your reason why you're building a network marketing business. Now, I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times, but that's because it's foundational for success in any business endeavor. So your clarity is your power. So the clearer you are on what you want and why you want it, the much more likely you are to achieve it. Now, building a business and challenges really do go hand in hand. So if your goal is not bigger than the challenges that you face, you lose sight of them and you start doubting whether you can achieve the success, and you take your eyes off the prize and you stop looking up at the horizon and seeing an exciting opportunity, and you start looking down at the road and you just start seeing the difficulty, and all you get to feel and experience is the work and the grind, and it really becomes a very, very slippy slope. So having that clarity of purpose, understanding why it's so important to you and why you are uncompromising in your pursuit of that goal is hugely important. So if you think about it, If changing your life were easy, then everyone would be living their best life. And clearly they're not. So your reason why is your superpower. It's your inner motivation that powers you forward, that separates you from the crowd, that enables you to be able to pursue and achieve your goals and your dreams where other people simply settle for less. But there are different types of motivation. There's internal, external, positive, negative. In fact, at first, negative motivation can be actually much more powerful to drive you forward. That negative motivation can be that current set of circumstances that you find yourself in, being unable to pay the bills, being in an employment that, disempowers you, something that you feel just cannot continue and it desperately needs to change. And that's what brings us to that critical defining moment. That's when we draw that metaphorical line in the sand and we feel, okay, enough is enough. And that's exactly where I was. So my personal circumstances felt completely desperate, but my inner motivation to fix things had reached a whole new level. So maybe you can relate to this. But what we must do is we must allow the pain to power us forward. Positive motivation, the vision of all the good things that you want in your life, they don't always have to be materialistic, but quite often they can be. The houses, the cars, the lifestyle. So when you combine negative motivation and positive motivation, it becomes a very, very powerful combination. It becomes like rocket fuel. It's like inspiration and desperation that's powering you forward. So maybe you could share in the comments below what it is that's actually powering you forward in your network marketing journey. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing, turning on the bells so that you don't miss any of the videos I'll be sharing with you to support you on your network marketing journey. So moving on, success fundamental number 2 is posture. Now, I'm not talking about whether you're standing up straight and you've got your shoulders back. I'm actually talking about our posture in relation to how you are perceived during communications with others. So good posture stems from your belief. It's your conviction, the confidence you have when you're communicating with people, whether that be digitally or verbally. So really, it's about how you show up. It's how you are being perceived by others during that communication. So here's a distinction that most people get wrong. There is a huge difference between someone who is just looking to earn an extra income and someone who is looking to develop a home-based business. The posture is entirely different. You see, someone who's just typically looking to earn an extra income isn't looking to invest in themselves, invest in a business, to develop their mindset, their skill set. They're really just looking to be able to swap time for money, much like a job, right? So when you compare someone who's enterprising, somebody who wants to build a business, they're clearly someone who's much more prepared to invest time, effort, and money, develop their mindset, develop their skill set, because clearly, this is a prerequisite to be successful in any business. So it's more of an investment mentality, a longer term perspective. And this needs to be you, because that's where your posture comes from. And that's why it's so vitally important for you to believe in what you're doing, believe in what you're offering. And that's why people will follow you. Let me give you some examples of good posture. When I'm sharing my product or my business opportunity, I believe that I come bearing gifts to be able to empower people to see how they can bring about positive changes in their own lives. So I don't see it that I'm bothering people. I'm not asking them to do me a favor and take a look at what it is that I have to offer. That would be weak posture. It would be unattractive, and that would not encourage anybody to want to join me, right? So people buy people. So make sure that you're worth buying. Having the awareness of the value in what you offer people is very good posture. And that's not just in your product or your service, but it's also in terms of the team support, the systems, the processes, the community, the training, the lead generation, etc. All of these things are what gives people the confidence to take the step. So if people like you, people like the opportunity, and they feel reassured that if they join you, that they'll be given help and support, they will join you. So having this knowledge of and confidence in what it is that you're offering people is really good posture. One of the biggest rookie mistakes that I see during prospecting with brand new network marketers is that they attach themselves too tightly to the outcome. So if they're speaking to a prospect and that prospect says no, they take it personally. So if you have a few no's in succession, then what happens is you start doubting yourself, you start doubting the opportunity, and you kind of go into this bit of a downward spiral. And sometimes that can have such a negative impact, and it can even take people out of the business. So what you really must do is you have to detach your emotions, and you need to go from one conversation to the next conversation without any loss of enthusiasm. You have to understand that this is just a numbers game, and you need to keep rolling through those numbers. And by detaching the emotions and focusing on the activity and not the result, then this is how you actually get to start making great progress in your network marketing business. And something that I've always taught people is you must never ever let someone else's decision steal you away from your dreams and aspirations. So detach the emotions, roll through the numbers. There are millions of people out there that we can share a wonderful opportunity with, and this is how you actually get to be successful. It's an attitude of mind, it's a developing a resilience, and it's understanding that's just the way that it is. Okay, so we're doing well, and we're now on to success fundamental number 3, and it is mindset. You're probably starting to realize that it's all about the 6 inches between your ears. You know, it's the number one thing that holds people back from reaching their true potential. It's not a lack of skill, it's not lack of time availability, it's simply to do with our thoughts. Let me demonstrate this to you.
So here are some hugely successful people: Richard Branson, Elon Musk, J.K. Rowling, Oprah Winfrey. And if we were to examine what we would consider to be their qualities and attributes that have really underpinned their success, we'd probably create a list along the lines of their vision, their determination, their ambition, their focus, their tenacity, their determination, their work ethic. The list goes on and on. The point that I make is that these qualities and attributes are not skills, they're attitudes of mind. And whilst we of course do have to learn some skills to be able to help us to grow our business, the primary underpin factor is our attitude, because it's less about our IQ and really more about our I will. Now, mindset is a huge topic, and we're not going into any detail with it today, but this demonstrates just how powerful it truly is, that if we really do want to win, we can. So we're now on to success fundamental number 4, which is association and personal development. Did you know that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with? So guess what? If you spend most of your time with people who have got negative stinking thinking, you'll be next. So the power of association is hugely important. Now, your association influences your thoughts. Your thoughts influence your feelings. Your feelings influence your behaviors and your activities. And of course, that is what influences your results. So getting around the right people, being intentional with the people that you spend your time with is hugely important. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. So huge well done to you. Of course, spending time with really successful and influential people is not physically possible for everybody. But what we can do is we can study their work. We can listen to their audios, we can read their books, we can watch their videos. The expression success leaves clues gives us all the opportunity to be able to benefit greatly from their knowledge, their wisdom, and their experience. So this is part of my own personal collection of books. So my desire to study success, to get around the right people, to be able to glean that knowledge and that experience, that vital wisdom that helps to shorten our curve to the success that we desire, is absolutely priceless. So what we simply need to do is allocate 20 minutes per day to be able to study this information. It will put you ahead of the majority of people, and it will put you on the right track to be able to achieve success. If you've not yet read the 2 following books, this is where I recommend that you start. Number 1, Eric Worre, Go Pro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional, followed by Dare to Dream and Work to Win by Dr. Tom Barrett. These 2 books are industry essential reads. In fact, they need to be studied and not just read. Do let me know in the comments below if you've read either of these 2 books. Do you know what's crazy? I hadn't even picked up a personal development book until I reached the age of 37, which is when I stepped into network marketing. I mean, I really came to value those words, which is success leaves clues. I mean, why do I need to make all the same mistakes as everyone else? Why do I need to take, years to be able to achieve something, when I can massively shorten that curve, accelerate my success, and be able to achieve my goals, my dreams, and my aspirations? So I really, really, truly have come to value the importance of studying successful people who've trodden the path before us, who've gained the knowledge and the experience and the wisdom, so that I can glean that from them to be able to help me to become successful more quickly. I was so inspired by the knowledge that I'd been able to accumulate and the success that then followed, that I decided that I wanted to write and publish my own book. And I did that in 2012. By this time, we'd become top earners in our company. We'd completely changed our lives. And I aptly named that book, One Life, One Shot. And I wrote it for people who wanted to get more out of life, more money, success and happiness, because that was me. I'd found myself at this junction where I realized that I wanted more out of life. I didn't want to remain in these current set of circumstances. So I decided to put all of that knowledge and experience that I had gleaned over the years and the success that we've been able to achieve, and I put it into that book. Here's the thing, it's not even a book about network marketing. It's a book about life. It's timeless success principles that will enable you to become more, to achieve more. And if you'd like to grab the first chapter for free, just to check it out, then just type in the comments below, free chapter. I'll send you the link so you can have a look. So here's something to consider. What are your current associations doing for you or to you? Are they disempowering you, or are they lifting you up and helping you to create a vision, to see what is possible, to believe in yourself, to believe in better, to help you to learn more, become more? Because getting around the right people is hugely important. So we must be more intentional with our associations. Now, I've created a private Facebook group specifically for network marketers to be able to share fabulous information to help you guys to be able to learn more, to be able to become more successful, to grow a huge successful online business. So if you're interested, just click on the link in the description. It's completely free and I'll welcome you into that community. So I have a question for you. What has resonated with you the most throughout this training video? I'd love to get your feedback. Please do share it with me in the comments below, and I promise to get back to every single person who leaves a comment. If you've gotten some real value from this video, then do me a big favor and give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. You don't want to miss any of the fantastic videos that I'm going to be uploading for you. And if you really want to stack the deck in favor of your success, do this one thing. Everyone overlooks it. It's a complete game changer. It will massively increase the probability that you will get to be successful. You're really going to need to watch this video. Check it out now. See you on the next.